Let's talk about our key takeaways from this lesson. And the key takeaways, obviously the derivatives of the 4 trig functions we found today, but let's go ahead and write the derivatives for all 6 trig functions here because you are kind of staring at this moment now where you need to know them, which means you kind of just need to memorize what they're equal to. You really don't want to have to do the derivations like we did in a couple of videos during this topic. So let's write them down and see if at least maybe there's a pattern here that we can look at. So obviously from topic 2.7, we found that the derivative of sine of x is equal to the cosine of x. And we also found in that particular topic that the derivative of cosine of x was equal to negative sine of x. In our second video today, we found the derivative of tangent and cotangent. We said that the derivative of tangent of x was equal to secant squared of x, and we said that the derivative of cotangent of x was negative cosecant squared of x. And then in the third video, we found the derivatives of secant and cosecant. We said that the derivative of the secant of x is equal to secant of x tangent of x, and we said that the derivative of cosecant of x was equal to negative cosecant of x cotangent of x. And you really do just need to know these 6 derivatives. A couple of things that I'll point out just to maybe make your life easier in terms of trying to memorize or learn these. If you take a look at the derivatives of sine, tangent, and secant, they all come out to be positive, whereas the derivatives of cosine, cotangent, cosecant all come out to be negative. So if you're taking the derivative of one of the co-trig functions, it comes out to be negative. And there is kind of some, almost you can see the reflection here. Derivative of sine is cosine. Derivative of cosine is negative sine. Derivative of tangent was secant squared. Cotangent was negative cosecant squared. And then secant x comes out to be secant x tangent x, whereas cosecant comes out to be negative cosecant cotangent. So there are some nice patterns that kind of emerge in terms of trying to know these, but you want to add this to the list of things that you really took away from Unit 2, because you really need to know the derivative rules, not just from this topic, but really from this entire unit, dating back to when we looked at things like power rules, sums and differences, constants, constant multiples, e to the x and natural log of x, product rule, quotient rule. All of those are going to be things that at any moment throughout the remainder of this course might be asked of you. So really important here as we close out Unit 2 that you know your basic derivative rules that we covered in this unit.